Another day, another psyop, and another episode of Age of Paradox.
God, you're wearing that T-shirt again.
I'm wearing it again. It's one of my favorite T-shirts.
Probably not my favorite.
Why not? It says it's most likely a psyop. you should now, after our whole talk about Eurovision. I mean, that was one big psyop, man.
I agree there. Yeah.
See, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Converted.
You're getting there. Yes. So, all right, we wanted to talk already for maybe almost since episode 2, I guess, about this thing we saw on Twitter.
Yeah. What did we see? It was really ignited us.
It was a tweet. Maybe we can show it in quickly. It said this. This is a tweet from Elon Musk saying, proposed law. If someone tears down the American flag and puts up another flag in its place, that person should go to a free but mandatory one-way trip to that flag's country. Yes and no. Most people were in favor. I voted no, but I lost this one.
Okay. I am completely on the yes part.
You're on the yes part. You're with the 80% people here.
Respect the flag.
Why on earth do you have to respect a flag?
I mean, not just American flag. I don't care. Like,
any flag.
Yeah. So if you're in a country that is that country, like I am not. I respect the flag. The flag means culture. The flag means stability, means representation. I was in military. I was.
Were you in the military?
Yeah, I served in the military.
Where?
Yeah, in Finland.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a Finnish citizen.
Yeah, no, but I didn't know you served.
You have to do that because Russia is next door.
Oh yeah.
Any country that's bordering Russia has mandatory military service.
We also have it, but it's been.
You don't have a mandatory.
Yeah, we have.
Do you have a mandatory?
Yeah.
Because of the Germans?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. No, but it's. I'm not sure what they send you a letter when you become 18.
Okay.
That you can be called for service, but the active service has been suspended until
so you don't
further
need to
notice.
really go.
Not now, but when the Germans come or something, they come on.
Call up. Yeah.
So anyway, okay, you were in the military.
So for me, I mean, it's also representation of values. If you go into a country that is like, let's say like in Netherlands, and I'm like pro-Palestine, pro-Israel.
Yeah.
I put that flag, I take it out from Dam Square or the King's Palace, and I put my Israeli or Palestinian flag. That it's a revolution. It's coup d'état. It's against all my values, and I have.
You're making me excited now.
I have right to. I mean, you have a police force, you have military in the country. If you want that flag to be representing you, then go to that country which you put the flag on, and that's fine. I mean, we have European Union flag for that we can we have it proudly hanging everywhere. So I think in this case, Musk was referring. I think he was referring to the Palestinian protests.
That was about the protests.
And the people were replacing the American flag with the Palestinian flag, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, we know all the Americans, United States of America, not the continent. United States of America is very, very patriotic country. They've had the most powerful military. They have the most powerful media. They are very outspoken. Blah 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 blah. That flag for them is a huge thing. If you go to USA, I mean, you're half American.
Yeah. I used to have a flag.
Right.
US flag. Not a Dutch one, but a US one.
And it's a beautiful flag. And it represents certain values. And I think that caused a lot of issues in there. And I am totally against that.
What kind of issues?
So it caused a lot of issues for people, for their feelings. Like people were like, now we're going to rile up. We're going to do anti-demonstrations. We're going to do, opposite demonstrations of taking American flags. So the right-wingers, they were not right-wingers anymore. Everybody was going on the streets who were like, they're like, I'm American, and the immigrants who fought all their lives to come to America. Is it the most immigrant field country in the world? Probably because everyone's right. So that was silly. So I mean, you come from Iran from Italy, from Spain from Sweden to that country, you adapt to that culture.
Okay, so is it? I'm trying to look for like a case. You're saying you should not be allowed to tear down a country's flag.
No, absolutely not. You should not be. That's horrible. You should not do that.
Okay, so what if you lived in Germany in 1943?
That's different.
Why is it different?
Well, I would be terrified to do that in that
Definitely,
time. Yeah. But that's. I mean, maybe that back then, but I don't know. That's another thing right now with what's happening in Georgia. what's happened in Slovakia recently with the assassination attempt of the
that is crazy.
Very populist. That's the biggest thing that's happened in Europe in politics in 20 years of trying to assassinate a country leader. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And Fico, or if I'm saying right, I have a Slovakian friend, Simona, who's educating me. Like he's been steering huge amount of divide in the country. He's becoming more pro-Putin. He's taking the country away from Western values. It's a huge thing for Slovakia.
Away from Western values?
Western values.
What does it mean, Western values?
Freedom of expressions.
Really?
Yes. Freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, independent media. He's shutting it down. He has now 4th term. He's absolutely a monster in there. And people are kind of tired of it. And that also came with the flag. People were like, the Slovakian flag is our liberty. They fought for it. They fought against the Soviets. They got the Velvet Revolution when they separated from Czech Republic in a very peaceful way. It one of the most peaceful, if not the most peaceful, separation of two countries in the world, which was a great example of leadership by two countries that speak the same language but have different cultures. They decided that's the time. We separated. And since then, Slovakia has been slowly but surely picking up. Bratislava has become a beacon of entrepreneurship in Central Europe. Škoda has a plant there. They're doing really well. But Fico, or if I'm butchering the name, he's taking that down.
Don't ask those things to me. You know how I do with names.
Yeah, but he's gone to the right. Not even right, to pro-Putin.
Yeah, but this for me, so I won't go back to my question because you're kind of diverting from that, but I will research this Slovakia for the next episode because I'm not really educated on it. But to me, it's always a red flag when somebody is being put in media as being pro-Putin.
Yeah,
because here I know politicians. I personally know politicians who've been put in. I think I myself have been put in the pro-Putin camp for doing what I talked about in the previous episode, for saying I don't agree with the way we're handling the Ukraine war. I don't agree with NATO and how NATO handles business. I don't believe in, and then you're definitely pro-Putin. Like, and I'm not. It's more nuanced. There's always more nuance in this thing. So when I saw this guy being shot, I was wondering, is he because he is like Orban, for instance? I know more about Orban. From Hungary. And he is a what you call social conservative leader. He's really for the family unit. I mean, if you have more than 4 kids in Hungary, then you're tax-free for life.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I can see why.
But he upholds like classic Christian values, and he is against immigration. He's against meddling of the European Union, and he puts himself outside of the mainstream power dynamics. Because I think in the broader Europe, there's this thing called what this investigative journalism, I also talked about last episode, refers to as the Euro evangelics. I mean, there's this belief in people like Guy Verhofstadt and what's her name again, Ursula von der Leyen, and all those people. They have this dream about this unified European Union, this big state, and everything has to make way for that, even if it works or not. So,
but hold on, are you saying Orban is not pro-Putin?
I'm saying he's anti-EU. I'm saying he's pro certain things, and he sees that NATO is not. I mean, NATO is being portrayed in the West as these good doers.
I love how you start doers.
I know, man, it's so sexy. So sexy. I know. I'm so eloquent. It's insane.
So much eloquence.
It's so insane. But I researched what he wants more than I did on the Slovakian prime minister. So I can debate on his merits and what he wants. And I think he's being portrayed as right wing again, as a nutcase, as a radical, which I don't believe he is.
He's not right wing.
Well, he's anti-immigration, so that makes him right wing.
No, I mean that's. I'm not debating that part, but I think he's quite radical in a way that has he not illegalized or banned homosexuality in the country?
Yeah, okay, so that's one of the things.
Isn't that against European values?
Yes, and also this. I had a debate on this with a friend of mine who's really pro-Christian. I am do whatever thou wilt, as long as you don't harm others.
Yeah.
And about morality, well, that's a whole other discussion. But where I want to go to, so I was just illustrating the fact that I don't really know about Slovakian politics that good.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I want to go back to the question where at hand.
Yeah, the flag.
Germany, 1944.
Oh, right. What's your point there? What do you want to get out of it?
So would you still deem it to be wrong to burn or tear down the flag, a Nazi flag or a German flag in 1943? Because it's what it is. It's maybe I can explain.
You're going to another
going.
extreme there. This is quite extreme.
Yeah, but
case.
That's because it shows from which fundamentals we debate.
Okay.
And I debate from, and I think I also usually think in absolutes.
Okay.
I believe in good and evil, and it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what's good and what's evil.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe in those two abstract concepts, and that there's good and there's evil, and there's you can do good things and you can do bad things, and that's already the first. Scale I use in navigating my life and the world. But my point is that I don't believe it is, for instance, I believe it's always bad to kill a baby.
Oh yeah, of course. It's horrible.
Yeah. And I believe people always are entitled to their civil liberties. And that's why I also believe that it's not inherently always bad to burn a flag.
Mm-hmm.
And if you believe that, then you come into this gray area.
Those are not the same in the same category.
It is exactly the same category.
Not at all. Burning a flag doesn't come to compare to harming a human. Now,
No. Okay. I'm just talking about civil liberties.
Civil liberties, right.
Yeah.
But in terms of so why is this topic so interesting and relevant is that if you don't feel anything when your flag is taken down, your country's flag is taken down, that means you just don't love your country.
Yeah, and that's where I'm coming from. So if I could see myself, because what does it represent? I don't believe in the Dutch state. I don't believe in the Dutch politics. I don't believe in Dutch government. I don't believe in a lot of things we are doing now. I believed in the Dutch 1600s republic and the way we looked at things back then, and where we valued commerce and individual liberties. But I don't value what this country is going through right now.
Okay.
So I can see myself burn a Dutch flag in protest of the things that I think we should change. And I believe that's part of my freedom of expression to do so. And I don't believe another party could prohibit me from doing that as a way of demonstrating.
I think thankfully there is a legal framework to hopefully punish you from doing that, because that's not
There's
right.
not.
Well, they should be, because they should do it now, because that's not right. That's inciting hate. That's going against majority of the people. That's just not necessary to do that.
Okay, but again, take it back to the German, because the things you say.
That's a different thing.
No. But it
National Party of Germany came to power in 1936. And they had another flag from Bismarck, which was a very different flag. It was a red, white, and a black one. So they took that flag down. They took the swastika of Indian origin. They tilted it 25 degrees, and then they put a flag there that represented their social values. And then afterwards, when they realized, the German National Party realized that they're running out of food because they're trying to take over Ukraine, which has a black soil, the most fertile soil in the world, in order to actually feed their huge army, which opened 3 fronts. Then they realized, oh shit, we don't have food for the prisoners that we're keeping. Let's burn them. That came much later.
Yeah.
Okay. So that whole thing with the Jewish state, that's a whole thing. That flag still isn't alive today. And if it's burned, that doesn't mean anything to me. But if you go and burn German flag or you replace it with a Palestinian flag, that is wrong.
Okay, but it's still, you need to see that it's arbitrary. The distinction, the distinction you make is arbitrary, and that opens up the gate for arbitrary justice, and that justice should be really outlined clearly. And you like the Dutch flag, I do not. Country and values. So when, in your opinion, when do I get the right to burn the flag? So what does
never? I think
no, that's not true because you said that the Germans did
so the German National Nazi Party was a very aggressive attacking force.
Yes,
Netherlands is not attacking anybody.
So that's my question. So when would it be? What should the Netherlands be able to do when I earn the right to do that?
Why should you earn a right to do that?
Well, I don't think I already have the right, but this is in your world.
But why should you have right to do that?
Because I want to protest my government who is acting out.
Okay, that's fine. Protesting is totally fine.
But that's what they're doing with this burning in the flag. They're protesting the policy the US or the Dutch have against the situation in Palestine.
Okay, I understand that the situation there is horrible, and I agree with most of the things, and I don't agree with. That's fine. And I think there's another way of protesting than and inciting so much hate in people. There are people serving this country in NATO, in many military areas. There's police officers who swear by the flag. They're protecting you, me, and everyone around us. They're hunting criminals. They're taking children from sex trafficking. They're protecting our citizens and then keeping our streets safe as possible. Those people swear to the flag.
Yeah, but this is not you're circumventing the argument.
I'm not. I'm saying that those people.
That's fine. They are allowed to do that.
Yeah.
My opinion is the flag. Whatever you think it represents, it's personal. It's not objective.
It's unifying, though.
For you, it is not for me.
Okay, I think you're in the minority in this case.
I might be, but doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I don't mind it going against majority, especially when they're wrong. Like, there's no value in being the majority. So that's already not relevant as an argument, in my opinion.
Can I send you a video can you show it? It's really interesting. I'm just gonna show it.
And let me finish.
While you do that,
let me finish also, or continue with the fact what Edward Snowden said to this tweet. First of all, Americans' freedom of expression, which includes all manner of flag trampling and other unlikable acts, is constitutionally protected for a very good reason. Secondly, what are you going to do when they are tear down and replace it with this? And then he shows the McDonald's flag. But I think he makes a point. That's why I keep going on asking you where is the dividing line on when you are able to trample or tear down a flag, because trampling a flag is an act of protest against your government. And I think we should always be skeptical of government because for instance, we just talked about the subsidy affair in the last episode about those kids being placed out of home.
Yeah.
Like, how many of those wrongdoings should the government do for me to be able to protest by tearing down the flag? Or if I'm a parent of one of those kids, am I able to tear down the flag because I protest the government for what they did?
Yeah, you can. I think so. Robert, there you have a distinction when you say tear down the flag
or trample or burn or whatever over the place.
Now you stepped into another area. No, so you can take down the flag. Like the Dutch farmers here was flipping the flag, right? Other way around. They hit
for the farmer protest. Yeah,
that's a very clever way of protesting. That's fine. I'm not a Dutch guy. I'm not Dutch. I don't. It's like, but I think everyone here should have respect for the unity and the country, and the country is represented by a flag.
No, I mean, but you're now just repeating what you're saying. And I heard that the first time, but I'm trying to. I understand that opinion, but there's a fundamental. I think it's fundamentally wrong to restrict people's way of protesting a government. And you put that in the hands of the powers that be, and the powers that be are not always the people who you like.
They don't own the flag. The powers be don't own the flag. That's the beauty of a flag.
No, but they uphold the laws he's proposing.
Sure. I agree there with you, with the common ground. But the king doesn't own the flag. The prime minister doesn't own the flag.
It's not about that.
It's the flag is one of the few things in the world that is. The Danish have the oldest continuous flag in the world. It started in 900. The idea of that flag, which started with the Persian Empire, because the Persian Empire had this multiple flags, but they couldn't unify. So the Danish in 900, by a guy called Harald at the Bluetooth. That's where the Bluetooth comes
in. I was thinking, I know this name.
Yeah. So they thought, hey, all these Vikings have these crazy flags, and they all really going for the flag and stuff. Why don't we just make one flag and everyone's under Harald the Bluetooth, and then we just like this one flag and that represents the Danish Vikingdoms, and that's what they did. And since then it's been the same flag, and it's been representing them everywhere they go. And then the countries around them learned that that's the way to do it, and they also made their own flags based on Danish flag. That's why all the Nordic countries have the exactly same form of a flag. Actually, it's a sword, not a Christian. So it's a sword, not the Christian sign.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Viking sword. Just sideways. So people think it's a Christian thing. No, it's a sword. So that flag, anywhere I go and I see a Danish flag or a German flag, I'm like, that's part of Germany. That's part of Denmark. That's, to me, the values of that country is there. Now, I sent you a video.
Yeah, I can show it.
I think this is a very poignant video.
Okay, let's watch this video. Watch the audio, please. Is there audio?
This is in a Georgian... this is happening in Georgia. Can we get it on? This is happening in Georgia.
Yeah.
In Caucasus, not United States, Georgia, Caucasus, which has incredible amount of protests happening right now against a pro-Putin, pro-Russian legislation that they want to implement as a foreign agent. And look at this woman waving European Union flag. I can't help by not being emotional watching this.
Yeah, but that's interesting.
Watch now. You're gonna see something beautiful. What happens now in this video?
Okay.
You see that she's alone there. She's been battered.
Show it again.
She's battered now. Watch what happens now. Look at that. They're all coming together to support her wearing and waving that flag. That flag to them means liberty. It means everything to them.
Interesting.
It's a piece of cloth, but it means everything to them.
Yeah, and that's you're totally free to have that and do that. But I should also be free to. I have the exact opposite feeling when it comes to European Union. And I should be free to, and that's the thing. This is my whole point. Like, flags mean different things to different people, and I don't believe there is this objective force, objective institute who can decide what you should feel and how you should treat that. Like, I think it's part of my freedom of expression to say, hey, I absolutely hate the European Union. For me, it's not. It's freedom. And I think, as soon as they understand what it really means, they would also not like it anymore. But it doesn't matter. I support their freedom and freedom of expression to wave that flag any way they like to and do whatever they want with that flag. But I want to have the freedom of expression to show my discontent, to say the least, with the European Union.
Absolutely.
And the fact that they restrict my freedom more than they facilitated.
Yeah, absolutely. No. I support your right to do that, and that's fine. But but the thing is that in this case of Georgians that is happening right now, they're in a geopolitically and geographically in a very pickled area. They're between Iran and very, very hostile states of Russia. So for them, European Union is all they got.
Yeah,
it's all they have.
No, I understand that. I mean, that's interesting. We can talk about it long, maybe also some episodes about NATO and the EU. And because this is also a discussion I think we differ in. And I understand what you're saying. Also, I understand what you're saying with the flag. But again, to me, if you say you support my right to do whatever with the flag,
not whatever with the flag. I support your absolute right to protest, to do everything, except the limit comes the flag.
Why?
It is a symbol.
For you,
yes, and for me and many
but
people.
Not for me. And so
I understand, and I support that. But don't you understand that, like, people who are like me or even more? I'm actually quite mellow in this area. I have people who are very, very like, even they have the flags, the stickers. Try to respect also the area where you don't incite me to hate your rights.
No, but I want you to look at me. Well, I burned the EU flag because I have a good reason for it. I want to make a statement. I want to make you think. I want you to be mad, and I want you to engage in me and discuss why I'm doing this. And I don't believe because you like it, you have the right to tell me what not to do with it. And it's vice versa. I cannot tell you to burn it because I don't like it. And this is part of living in a free society. People do stuff other people don't like. But I will always protect your rights for free speech, even if I don't like what you're saying. If I only protect your rights for free speech when I like what you're saying, it's not free speech.
Yeah, well, for example, like there's some grain of truth you have there. There's a good point right now. That's we should probably wrap it up. But there's a good point right now. Happening in European Union, European Football Championship is happening this year in Germany. England, not Britain. England has a football team that is pretty good. And Nike has done an amazingly controversial thing. They are the apparel, the kit maker of England's national team.
Yeah.
Have you seen what they've done to the flag?
No. To the flag?
The flag, the English flag. They modified it. They made it into a transvestite flag. They added pink to it. They changed the colors. Wow. This is a huge thing now for the English people.
If in 100 years the Dutch would have a flag like they did, would you still not be able to?
If they change the flag, yeah. If everyone votes like South Africa when it became when apartheid ended.
So what if we have a woke flag in 100 years or 50 years? Maybe
fine. If everyone chooses it, yeah. If
and then you're not allowed to trample it.
I won't. I respect it.
Able to.
I respect it.
Okay,
Look, there's countries that are even Russian flag. I won't burn it. I won't. It's their flag. God damn it! It's their flag. It's representing even. Like you see Ukrainians with their flag, it means everything to them. They're carrying that flag. It means, swear to God, I was in Latvia recently. I was in a conference there. You see Ukrainians in a party, that flag, they wave the flag. They have the flag pin in there. It means that countries carry it with them. It means everything to them. But I swear before the Ukrainian war, maybe they were not even like that. But now that flag means liberty to them, means potential, it means hope.
We're going to continue on this topic about Ukraine in the next one, because this shows to me why it's problematic, actually, with the last example you just gave me. Right. But we have to wrap it up a little bit sooner than the last time, but that will hopefully keep you wanting for more for the next week.
Yes.
We will see what we talk about then. We don't know yet. We'll see. We never know. We see what's going on. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Comment on the video to help us beat the algorithm and become the biggest podcast in history.
I love that you say beat the algorithm. That actually, every time you say that, I was like, yes, let's beat the system. Yes, that's where I agree with you.
Beat the system. Let's beat the system.
I agree with you there.
See you next week. Thank you.
Bye-bye.